Think your four-wheel drive's ready for off-roading? Well, think again. Here's 5 things that we would be doing to any four-wheel drive to make sure that you're ready for off-roading. Let's get into it. Okay, so mod number 1, and probably one of the most important ones, is your suspension. Stock suspension is rubbish. Throw it in the bin, because you're not going to be needing that if you are planning on taking your vehicle four-wheel driving, towing, anything that's going to actually put more strain on the vehicle. Weight, and we all know that we're doing it, so what you got to be considering is what you're doing with the vehicle and how you want to use it, and that's going to determine on what type of suspension that you're going to need for your vehicle. Now, there's all sorts of different shocks: mono tube, twin tube, remote res, triple bypass. It sounds like heart surgery kind of stuff that's going on. But give us a call, because we'll be able to point you in the right direction. Something like what Warnie's got in his D-Max. He had a pretty basic setup before this. Now he's got a superior remote res shock setup, some airbags under there as well to help with the weight. So it's all going to depend on what you guys are doing. Don't forget, if you are going to be loading up, you're definitely going to be considering a GBM upgrade as well. And that is definitely an important thing for people who want to stay legal for one, stay safe and stay insured as well. So when it comes to suspension, guys, it is a pretty important step. So make sure you're getting some good advice when you're going down that road. Next one. Number 2, and a very, very popular one that I dare say a lot of you would agree with: wheel and tyre combination. So let's start with tyres. Mate, everything from standard, which is absolutely rubbish, especially if you are going to be doing some off-roading or touring. Throw them in the bin like your suspension. Get rid of them. They're gonna not do you any good. So you're gonna wanna run with something like this, fully sick muddies. You can go to something way more aggressive than this. You can do an all-terrain, you can do a hybrid tyre. There is a new favorite word, plethora of options out there for you today. Don't forget though, if you are running into the GBM space, you're gonna wanna look at things like these little numbers. There's numbers on your tyres, guys. Speed ratings and load ratings are definitely a thing that you need to be considering. So if you are in the GBM space, make sure you talk to someone like me or the guys in the office, and they will let you know what you're gonna need to stay insured and legal. I love those words. Sometimes it's a bit of fun police. But anyway, wheels though, also new technology has come out with your wheels. These are some new methods that I've put on the F-150 here, and they have got the bead grip technology. No, it is not a bead lock, it is a bead grip technology. So these things are definitely worth looking into. Now you can obviously get a massive range of load rated rims as well. Again, if you're in the GBM space, that's what you're going to be wanting to look into for your vehicle to stay insured, legal and compliant. So that's definitely a tick on wheels and tyres. So get yourself some new ones. Number 3, here we are, bar work. Now, if you are planning on touring out into the middle of nowhere, this is definitely something that you will want to be considering. Not only does it protect the front end of your vehicle, but as you can see on B-Rad's car right here, you can see a lot of SHIT stuff on the front. So we got lights, we got winches, we got UHF antennas, we got rod holders, we got all the goods on the front of this thing. Now, if it's something that you need as well, down the side you can do side rails and steps if that is something that you consider to be important to yourself. But bar work on the front of your car is definitely something that you should be considering for touring. It is definitely going to keep your front end safe from animal impacts. But like I said, look at all the awesome stuff that you can actually mount to it as well. So it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, mod number 4, something you definitely want to be doing if you're doing any form of river crossing or anything like that. Snorkels, guys. There's obviously options out there, from plastic ones, stainless ones. I really don't care. Yes, they both got pros and cons, and again, go back to Dr. Google and have a look. There's YouTube episodes and people have done all their testing. Rada. I'm not going to tell you what you need to be doing. Okay, I love these. This is the new Safari R-Max on a 70 series. They are really good design. They've actually really done well with their designing on the shape to the new 70. So they are doing this for the new D-Max. There's a couple of new ones that's out there, but this is getting cool air from up here down there into your airbox rather than dust, rubbish and water that comes in from your factory location in your guard. Throw it in the bin if you've got a factory one. Get yourself something like this and you'll be laughing all the way to the river crossing. All right, number 5. And before we move on to number 5, if you're still watching, give yourself a high five, you mad dogs. Anyway, number 5, communication, UHF radios. This is definitely an important piece of the puzzle, especially if you are building a tourer. No, it's not just so you can talk to your mates while you're in a little convoy on the beach. Yeah, bro, it's sweet to come through. These can actually be definitely more important than that. If you are out in the middle of nowhere, especially if you do a bit of desert driving or something like that, these are actually essential for communication between dunes. Make sure you guys are actually checking what UHF channel you need to be on in places like that. Some national parks have certain channels that they like you to use. There are certain ones that you shouldn't be using, so jump on the internet, check for your state because it does differ. Another thing that you want to take into consideration is when you're getting one of these fitted, yes, the Bullbar is probably the most popular place to be putting it, but if you are wanting a more discreet type install, you can get them on your side mirrors now or off the bonnet. That's all good, well and good. There are some definitely pros and cons to putting antennas in certain places. Again, I'm not going to bore you with the details. Jump on Dr. Google and you will find a bit of information about that. But number 5, get yourself a UHF so you can actually be talking to people when you are out and about. All right, so that's the 5 mods that we would be definitely suggesting to you if you are looking to do some mods to your vehicle. Now, if you are, make sure you email us, guys. Jump on our website, bawauto.com.au. There's even a build sheet on there, so if you are considering to do a build on any type of vehicle, you can fill out that and our team will get back to you as soon as they can. If you liked this episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, subscribe to the channel anyway so you can see my big ugly face next week. All right, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time at the Boar Shed. See you, bye.